All right. Welcome back to another episode of Light Skin Pod. This is 39. One more till we get to that big number. Ain't quite 100, but creeping up on it.
Well, 40 or 39? Which one are you thinking about?
Both at this point.
40 is a pretty big number.
It is. It's huge. I'm not 40 yet.
Especially when you got to edit.
Yeah. Well, great job, Joe. 40 hours in this. 40,000 hours. Whatever. We are here.
Vodka?
With the... Don't tell the people. You know what I mean? Like, don't let them know.
Right.
We are here with Mr. Pharmaceutical Distributionaire himself. If you want to introduce yourself.
Craig Sutherland.
Mm-hmm.
Pharmaceutical, like a pharmacy on wheels now.
It's a great name. You know, like you got a custom car outside and everything.
Don't wax me.
Yeah, we got you. Well, thanks for being on with us. And like always, we start at the beginning. Tell us about Baby Sutherland.
Baby Sutherland.
Yeah.
Where to start, right?
Baby.
Yeah,
right out the womb.
Wow. Came out like my mom gave up at the best looking one of the baby of the family, you know what I mean? And born in 85, grew up in Superior, right in Billings Parker. I'm a Billings Parker by heart, you know. So then grew up there. All my friends are from there, families from there. And as you get older, these families go different directions. I went to Arizona for 7 years.
Okay.
Lake Havasu. Don't send your kid there.
What age did you go there?
18.
Oh, right after.
Oh, man. The hockey bag full of clothes. Landed in Bullhead City. Went there. 120 degrees. Fried my brain out there. You know, like I got to come back. You know, so came back. Got in the labor. I was in the laborers union here. And started being an entrepreneur, which becomes addicting.
Yeah.
Working for yourself and all that kind of fun stuff. So. City council, everything else, and here I am sitting in your garage having a good time.
Yeah, you made it at the pinnacle of your career now.
No, Dan Hayer, it's not a green screen.
Yeah, right? No, it's not. This is real, Dan. Everything is real. So back up a little bit. How many siblings do you have?
I have two older brothers, Jason and Chad.
Yep. How old are they?
Well, how do they act? No, I'm just kidding. One's born in 80. So he's I'm doing the math right now. He's turning 4. He's 44. He's turning 45. Whatever. And my other brother is 78. So he turns, I think, 46 here in January.
How was it growing up being the baby brother of the family?
You know, it's whatever. I mean, it is what it is, you know. They couldn't catch me, but when they did, it wasn't fun.
For sure.
But it was nice to use that leverage growing up because there were Wildcats going into high school parties, and I was a freshman, and they were just out of school, and, you know, well, maybe call it my older brother, you know. They never showed up, but it was a bluff.
Yeah, so, no, for sure. Yeah, my little brother, I used to beat his ass all the time. But he was crazy, though.
We deserve it, you know? I mean, we deserve it.
Talk a lot of shit.
Is he tougher than you now?
Nah. He tough, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he was Spec Ops guy. He's raving in the Air Force. He a dog.
He'll give you a dirt nap right out in the park.
I mean, he'd definitely be a challenge. And now he know he can't beat me. But in my mind, I know for a fact he way more of a challenge than he was.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. So, but he know, like, if he tests me, I'm not going to box him. If he get close to him and body slam him, that's just.
See, I wouldn't want to get body slammed by you.
No, I don't think many people will. You know, I'm not chasing nobody.
I'll hit you with my cane.
Well, it might break. That might break. But, so you was here all the way through high school.
Yep.
Growing up, did you do sports and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, I attempted to play. I played hockey for like 14 years. But I wasn't the one you'd like when we played at the hockey rink, sticks in the middle. Remember sticks in the middle? And they made sure my stick wasn't one of the first 5 that was picked. If that makes any sense. I was there for I think a little bit of I wouldn't say muscle, fat in the corner. You know, it's gonna hurt, but if I hit you, if I do, played hockey, football, tried it, baseball. Never hit a home run in my life. You know, didn't have a slap shot for shit. You know, but tried. Yeah. You know, and then screw this. Once I get to high school, I'm like, I always say, "Oh, it's too political." No, I wasn't good enough, and I knew it. You know, but that was me. That was it for sports. I follow sports, obviously, but you know.
Well, I got my baseball story is I only played one game, not even a full game, but. I had a cousin who was really, really good, real good at baseball. And he kind of inspired us to play. So I got out there for a game. First pitch, got hit in the face.
You did?
I mean, smoked. And what do? We fighting. I mean, I looked over at the bench.
Well, that's what
all
you
my
do.
cousins. Oh, yeah. Threw the freaking bat down, ran out, beat the pitcher up, and all my cousins was there too, so we stomping this guy out. It's like, damn, this is not good.
You shoot it through a little bit harder, knock some sense in.
Right? But before the coach could cut me, I was like, I quit. And he wasn't even going to cut me. But yeah, I quit.
Yeah, he was.
He might have. He probably would have, yeah. The biggest thing was, I was like, if this hurts this, and I was 12, if this hurts this bad right now, there's no way in hell.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse. I played football. I mean, I was the one killing people during football. So, but I can't.
Yeah, but football, you're ready for it. You're prepared.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like
you know
baseball.
You're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
So when you get hit, you're like, what the
You're
fuck?
not supposed to hit someone
You don't
in
see the
head
bat over here?
Yeah.
Like, what the, why are you a pitcher?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've never played that sport again. But I always tell people, we grew up with Mike Trout. Yep. So he played football and everything with us growing up, and he played baseball in our town, and then he moved away when he got to high school. But now, one of the best.
Where'd you grow up?
In Jersey. Jersey, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, and he was there, then he moved out to Buna, which was 30 minutes away.
How'd you end up here?
Cool, boy.
Like a dart? Like, looks like we're going to Duluth,
Yeah, just kind of. I had two cousins that ended up playing for the Vikings, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep, and they kind of coaxed me to coming up here just to visit. And went fishing all around here. And then on the way back from Grand Marais, stopped in Duluth, ate at Lake Avenue Cafe, and then we just kind of drove around. I was like, dude, this is nice.
It's beautiful this summer. I mean,
I
it's
love
all
it.
year round. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But
And I had been wanting to get out of the East Coast just to get out. I had some stuff going on. They wanted me to go to the cities. I was like, nah, I just came from Jersey. Like, I'm not going. I don't want nothing that looks like where I'm from. So I came up here and
here you are.
locked in.
And here we are doing podcasts
Yeah, look at
in
it.
garages. I mean?
Freaking love it, dude.
Yeah.
So, why Arizona? So you mentioned you moved to Arizona.
My uncle was out there.
Had you been out there before?
Never.
Okay.
And left here was 55 degrees.
It was 155 there.
122 there. I'll never forget this.
Out of here.
And my crew, I worked with a lot of Mexican fellas, right? Great people, man.
Yeah.
Hard workers.
Hard workers.
And my first day was white bread. Second day was white toast. And that's how hot it was out there, honest to God, when your boss comes around and gives you salt tablets during the day so you can sweat more.
It's crazy.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
What
is this?
Like when your butt cheeks cramp from it being so hot. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like, what are we doing out here? Leave it to the lizards, man. This is not us. But they say, oh, it's a dry heat. I don't care. Ovens are 400 degrees and they're dry.
Dry as hell.
That's hot. That's hot, so.
And you were out there for, you said 7 years?
7 years doing construction, yep. Pipe layer.
Yep.
Did all sewer work, water line work.
Yeah. Did you ever think you was going to come back to Duluth specific or Superior specifically? Or
after a while I realized that there's something about the Midwest, right? You leave, you come right back. Out there, it's a different life. It wasn't for me. The California lifestyle, they really respected the Midwestern workers out there. The work ethic was a lot different.
Okay.
We weren't entitled to dad's pension or whatever it may be. I'm just saying that.
For sure.
But it was fun. That the company I was working for actually was up for a couple of years. It was from International Falls.
Oh, cool.
And then when they were going back, they're like, we got a big project in Duluth. Let's go.
Yeah, we out.
But it was fun because when we were out there, we'd go out, we'd party, we'd have a good time. And the bar backs are when Wisconsin, Minnesota was in the restock the coolers. Fellows would come in. They'd be like, don't start nothing. Ducks fly together. And there was 12 of us out there. We had a good time.
Yeah, oh yeah,
we had a good time.
So when you came back here, what did you do? What did you?
So I came back to Duluth, got the laborers union. Best decision ever. Started working for doing underground work, putting in water lines and all that stuff. And then I don't know, somehow down the line, my dad and I started a bounce house business together, rentals, and then tables.
Random?
Yeah, random.
Random stuff.
Was my brother Chad out in Arizona had this idea? You should do this, and then I didn't want him to do it before I did it.
Yeah.
So then we
That's what we got to do. This is
got
why
the tables and chairs. We rented out tables and chairs. We had all of our tables and chairs inside the refinery. Then it blew up. So that was whatever. So weren't, but at the time, but
that was back then.
Yeah. So I was working there. I was working at the refinery after I got out of underground. I was diagnosed with MS. I'm like, you know what? This underground shit's not for me anymore. And I respect who it is for, but it's not for me. So I went and worked at the refinery. I called it hide and seek for $1,000 a week. You know what I mean? It was fun out there. And bam. Like, well, this is like wasn't supposed to happen, you know. So my dad and I and my brother were all working there.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long ago was that when the refinery?
20 or 18 was it?
Well, I'd say I was here when the refinery blew up.
Man, I couldn't tell you what happened last year, so I'm just giving you. It's probably the last 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes
I know,
sense.
and whoever's listening, so they can correct us, you know, but that would be great.
Somebody is.
Yeah, someone will.
Dumbasses.
Yeah.
But you've owned Sutherland for longer than that.
So that we kind of like we got rid of that one. We started Sutherland CBD, right? So we got Sutherland CBD in 2018, and that was when I was on city council.
Yeah,
and I remember I reached out to our city attorney, Frog. I love Frog. He's my guy. Frog, I'm opening up a hemp dispensary. You can't do that. I'm like, well, here's the federal farm bill. You can do that. You know, it's so new. We're the first ones up here.
Yeah.
You know, and that was. So we're not a smoke shop. Even though it's funny, we won best CBD and vape.
I've seen that.
Like, we don't sell vape, but thanks for the award.
Yeah,
You know,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, vape shop.
Yeah.
Man, what?
Yep.
So yeah, so it's kind of so now here we are now a couple years later with Sutherland CBD and everything else.
What was the what made you first want to get into the CBD?
That's
field?
in the cannabis, right? Cannabis, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So with IMS, I went down a holistic rabbit hole, and I heard about when I was out in Arizona visiting my brother. I heard about CBD and THC and how it helps. Then I went down the rabbit hole about the endocannabinoid system that your body has. Went down another rabbit hole. Why is it abolished? You know, all this stuff. And then here we open up shops because I seen people were doing it. We weren't the first to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we duplicate what others did in other areas.
Sure.
We took credit, right? No,
Yeah, just brought it here.
Yeah, thanks. But just got into that and started selling other people's products. And it was a hit. People up here wanted that holistic approach. It was right during that time when the painkillers, people were starting to have a bad taste with in their mouths from pharmacy, right?
Yeah.
So we got into that, and people started really attaching to it. Then we went into manufacturing our own. That's a whole other conversation we had. But yeah, so rather than everyone else's products, now it's ours. Yeah, you know, and then other people sell ours. That was my goal to do that. So,
so more of getting to it for just the medical benefits.
Yeah, I kind of sidetracked off that. Yeah, that's why I got it. With MS, it helps anxiety, pain, all that stuff. We all have that. You know what I mean? Like, anxiety is a real thing. I can eat a gummy. Where is that anxiety at now? You know, but that's me. Yeah. You know, and some people can't do that, and I respect that. That's what I use it for. It helps me out. Trucks me along to keep going through the day. And
if you're open to talk about it, is MS something that kind of anybody else in your immediate family has, or was it just?
No, it just I want. It's not. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe you can help me. It doesn't run in the family.
Like not hereditary.
Yes, that's the word. Yeah.
That's a big word, man. Hey, I don't pull one of those hereditary 4 syllables. Jeez. Come on now, this might be the first one on the show. And you pulled it out.
No, not hereditary. It just happened. I went down this rabbit hole. I keep using the term rabbit hole, but that's what I'm good at doing.
Yes,
the further north and south you are from the equator, the more disease and cancer is because of lack of vitamin D. You know what I mean? Yeah. So vitamin D, you got to eat a handful of it a day sometimes up here, but I got it. You know, but after looking back, I thought I had a stroke.
Okay.
I went to the hospital. My boss. It's like, you better, thought I was doing stuff. Or he's like, you want to go take a drug test. You can't even walk. You're slurring your words. I'm like, wow. So anyways, was in the hospital. Got MS, lesions on the brain and spine. But then I went to Mexico for a month for stem cell therapy.
Vacation.
Yeah. You can go down there and get an MRI on your back, your whole body, a full body MRI for $185 while wearing your pants with your belt.
Up here, ass cheeks out, 17,000.
10 grand, 2,500, and I'm like, every time I go to the doctor twice a year, it's cost me $2,500. Oh, you're fine. Keep taking vitamin D. Oh, we want to look at another MRI.
Yeah,
I'm like, man,
I'm done.
And when I'm in MRI, I don't know why, but the last 2 times I had an MRI, I had a gummy before it. And all I could think about was like the world outside this tube. Nurses were getting torn apart, and I'm in there like.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've got a degenerative back disorder, and I'm the same way. When you go in, they're like, we want to double check your MRI." You're like, God Dang it.
It's scary, you know.
Yeah,
That tube. The older you get, I think I don't know what it is. You know, now I don't like needles when they do all this stuff. And the one time that they had sedate me, give me something. You know, I wake up and I'm listening to the G-Eazy in the headphones, and I'm like, oh, I wake up, I'm like, listen to some good music. Like you said, put in a rap, and you fell asleep. I'm like, all right. So yeah, MRI is not a fan of them.
Yeah. With you being on city council, how was it kind of received on that political kind of world of you opening that, CBD shop?
Yeah, you see, a lot of people. So our CBD and everything's derived from hemp, right? It's federally legal.
Yeah.
When I got on there were some people that's like, oh, he's going to benefit himself by when we decriminalized marijuana, right? And what people don't understand, there's a different decriminalized marijuana. That's one of my first initiatives I did, which I'm really proud of. Decriminalizing it has nothing to do with a CBD hemp shop. You know what I mean? Either way, you can go and buy CBD and hemp and walk around the streets, but they'll get marijuana is marijuana, you know. But at first it was kind of weird. But I think in politics, what I've learned is whatever you do or say, in a week later, everyone forgets about it because something else pops up. The media portrays something else, or one of our other presidents said something crazy that I love, whatever, or another one did something stupid or whatever, or so they forget about that. So I think at first it was a shock, and then after that people forget about it. For sure.
How was it for you personally, just kind of being the first one in pretty much the Twin Ports area?
I'll be honest with you. When I first won my first election, I didn't know I was going to win. Yeah. I was going against a 5-time incumbent, so everything to me was new, was a shock. Yeah. Learning everything up there, but after I won it, I didn't even worry about what my occupation was. I didn't give two shits. My best friend next to me, Kern, was the president of Tavern League. He's going to push his agenda. I shouldn't say push agendas. We all have agendas sitting there ready that could be pushed at any time. Yeah. As long as you just do what the city wants, that's what I learned about it.
How has the business itself been going for you?
It's good. It has to be. I can't let it fail. It's either that or I go on disability. That's my motto, right? I ain't going to let the government fund my I ain't going to buy my car. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Abracadabra. No, it's there. It's good. We're taking risks that we never would before. Like I've said this before, when I first started, taking a risk, spending some money, I would lose sleep over it, But once you know your margins and how much money, it'll come back 3 or 4 or 5 times. Once you get used to that, it's not bad. So what we're spending in a day now is what I was spending in a month before. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you get used to it. Business is good. We're creating new products. We're adapting. We're shifting. That's what we have to do every day. Every day there's a new product. We have people come in looking for it.
For sure. I know. I used to go in there when you was first opening up and get those wafers.
Those wafers. Yeah. Oh. Those night tuck, right?
Those are beautiful.
I always tell people, do what you can afford. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about time. How much time can you afford losing in a day? But a lot of our stores, our customers are there for the medicinal approach.
For sure.
The CBD and THC part, which I really respect.
Yeah.
But there are the people that come in that just want to get numb.
Blasted.
And they're the most professional people. I'm not going to throw anyone on the bus.
Oh, no, for sure.
But it's like, you'd be surprised. Suits coming in. Hey, man, I need a high strength. I got the in-laws come. My kids are driving me nuts, And so it's kind of fun.
Yeah. When we first started, when I first met you a long time ago, I was going into the shop getting CBD.
I remember that on Tower Avenue.
Yeah, because she didn't have MS, but she had this thing called transverse myelitis. And she's since passed away now.
Sorry.
But anyways, I used to go in there and get all this CBD for her, and she loved it. Like, she always wanted it. And then I think, too, like, you're going to have to break down barriers with that old generation because as she was failing, I really tried to get her, like, stronger edibles. And in her mind, even though she's on morphine, oxy, like fentanyl at the end, like, she still couldn't be like, I'll take marijuana.
It's a generation.
Yeah.
It's a stigma.
Yeah.
It's that stigma. And it's breaking. It's falling down. You know what I mean? And it's nice. Doctors are saying, try it out, So getting over that was the first 3 or 4 years of our business was that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like my buddy always says, You play weird games, you win weird prizes.
Yep.
So if you want to get into this market, you're going to have a lot of education.
For sure.
And a lot of jabs you're going to take on the chin.
What is like the legal limit in Wisconsin, and how is it different from Michigan? And
so this is a very unique situation. So I was telling him earlier, THC derived from hemp and marijuana. THC is the same. The molecular structure is the same. You can't look at it under a microscope and say that's derived from hemp or marijuana. But as long as you have paperwork that shows, right? So our edibles that we manufacture, we're doing 5, 10, 15, 25, 50 milligram gummies, where as long as it's under 0.3% by weight. So I always say we can make a gummy a hockey puck. The heavier it is, divided by 0.3%, that's your milligrams you can have. For Minnesota, they have limited your milligrams to your gummies. I think that this strategically, so that they can keep hemp as a low dose, and then when marijuana comes in, it's gonna be you can do a higher dose. So they made room for both markets. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, I lobbied in support of that, but 0.3%. I think there should be limitations though. I don't want to. You don't want to. I don't know. Some people like the 200 milligram.
Yeah.
I'm just like I like to. Like in our stores, I try to attract the professional crowd. I mean that in the most respectful way. 21 or older in Wisconsin, even though there's no law. There needs to be a law.
There's no law in Wisconsin?
No, there is no law in Wisconsin for it. So it's like unique. You want to have those laws. You want to have that in place, So you
could have a 16-year-old go out and buy it?
Yes. And that's where the legislature needs to step in, So we just did 21 plus.
Yeah.
Some of these smoke shops, you see a lot of kids going in and out of.
Yeah.
And I just drive by, but at the end of the day, I mean, kids are gonna get it. I hate saying that.
No, man, that's the truth.
But I mean,
I'm just not going to be responsible personally for it.
Exactly.
Tez sees it all the time. Kids
let me tell you,
Well, I bet you he wishes kids would come in with that versus some of the stuff
that
do come.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like, if it's one thing, we push super heavy for one. You can't show up to the center high. You can't, or I'll turn you away. And there are a lot of people say, oh, well, they don't go there where they're going to go. I said, the thing is, if you don't set some sort of precedence and structure now, then you become the place where they feel like it's okay to do. And it's already okay for a lot of these kids to do it at home, which is why they have a lot of issues that they have. So we want to set structure and discipline in place. And now we have the kids that we used to have to tell all the time, hey, don't be high. Now they're telling other kids if they see them high, yo, you can't come here.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see.
That's good to see though, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's the culture you want.
Exactly, it is. And I never shit on those kids and say, what you doing is wrong. I was there. Well, we was young. I get it, but when you young, and I was just having this conversation with a kid, is when you drink or whether you get high, all you know is to take it to the limit, and that's it. There is a way to do these things the right way that can be beneficial, that help with anxiety or whatever, rather than just go numb because you're trying to escape some sort of pain. That's when you get to a point where you say, all right, this is not working no more. Now I got to move on to something else, And that's when it can get dangerous, then the gateway conversations come up, whatever.
Well, you got to think at that age, 16, 15, 16, I was just thinking, because my girlfriend's kid, my stepson is 15. He's playing games or whatever. Sometimes I dog eye, but at the same time, like, man, at that age, I was in a cornfield, passed out. Honest to God, and that wasn't. I could call someone, say a runner, grab me some booze, give me a tap. Nowadays, I've never been approached. I never would, obviously. But the culture shifting, and it's kind of cool to see it. We got to embrace it.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that yesterday. Like when we were kids, especially. I mean, you had keggers. And kids wouldn't do that these
21
days.
seconds. That's my record, man. Keg stand.
And you find some random place in the woods.
Yep, cemetery.
Cemetery. Amongst the dead.
Hey, we're here for you guys.
But it is. It's like you said, just the stigma around is interesting. I remember being young, and people talked about weed in such a way where you was like, damn, am I that bad of a person? And now that I get older, some of the people I hang with that, I won't mention, but we get high together. I mean, pristine guys, that business owners, politicians, and you just look and say, "Damn, I would have never thought." And it's cool to see
how the stigma flips, right?
For sure,
Yeah.
how and I remember a time, even being up here, where some of my friends would say, "Oh, I can't go in there because you get me this." Some of my older friends, I can't be seen here when it first happened. I'm thinking, for what? Like, what the fuck are you afraid? You've made it already. You don't really have anything to worry about. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised on our website or online store, the names that come through, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I have one lady come in, an older gal from an hour south of us. She won't get nothing shipped to her because she's a priest at her church, and I'm like, God, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Let the mailman be the dealer.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna send it in a discreet package.
Yes.
Right.
You're doing the real direct job there,
One thing I appreciate about your shop too is when I do go there, it is for the medicinal purpose.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, I want to come back and get some of those like just CBD creams and
salves, all that stuff. Yeah.
It's great. And to be honest, even before that, I haven't really learned. I've learned more about CBD just visiting your shop and just the medicinal effects than I have at any other point, which I've really enjoyed.
We put a lot. Thank you. That means a lot. I hate using the word employees. Our fam, our people, our tribe. We really educate ourselves on it. I went to University of Platteville online, did a 6-month course, educate myself. But every day I'm talking to people who are just bulldogs in this industry. We have in the cities. I have a CSO on payroll. We have part owner of a manufacturing facility in the cities. We manufacture almost 100,000 gummies a day, 60 to 80 on a day. Turning oil into water for the beverages and etc. And talking to him and twisting his arm. There's more than CBD and THC, CBG, CBC. Your cannabidiol is awesome, but your tetrahydrocannabidiol, your THC is awesome. But that's 2 of a couple hundred different cannabinoids. But they're the most popular ones. They're the ones you want, I guess. But there's more to it. The medicinal side of it, there's way more to it. There's way more to the plant than that we know. For sure. That we talk about, So I like terpenes. Terpenes are my favorite. So.
I got one of my dreams, other than opening up a dispensary, which I'm working on now, is I want to have a bar and grill where it's 2-sided menu, trashy and classy. I don't know why, but that's what I want to do. And my trashy side, just because I think it'd be fun, is it's the same exact menu on both sides, but on one side everything is infused, and on the other side it's not.
Not infused?
Not infused.
There you go.
You better not mix up the order.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. You better not mix up the order. And I think it's so how.
Yeah, that'd be a bad order to mess up.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
Just grandma's time traveling.
Yes.
But I think what you would have to do is probably like keep everything separate, for certain foods, stuff you got to marinate or whatever.
You'd have to have 2 kitchens.
You probably would, to be honest. You would have to have 2 kitchens.
Because the second you serve you would have 2 kitchens.
Yeah, you'll have to have 2 kitchens.
Yeah. And then, like, say somebody got a burger, and you might have to... Allergies. I don't know, put it in different packaging than you do. I don't know.
But I think by law, in a lot of states, you have to have separate kitchens for that kind of stuff. Whether if it's infused or not, you should separate that. But,
I'm going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to call it.
What would you call it? Yeah.
Peasant's Pub.
Yeah. Why not just, like, classy and trashy?
Yeah, I like that name.
Yeah. They got them restaurants when you walk in and they treat you like shit. They
slap you.
Yeah.
They got one of those at the Mall of America.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Yep. They got one of those at the Mall of America. We went into one, and the people are like on purposely rude. It's fun as hell.
Yeah, I have a hat that said my mom and dad are brother and sister. They made me wear this hat.
It's definitely a Superior hat.
Shut up. Now we look at Duluth like,
That's funny. We were just talking about that, even like with Bert, just how the stigma, between or with Duluth and Superior is like Duluth bougie as hell. Superior is kind of, people look at it like it's the armpit, but I would rather go there any
See,
day.
what we see it as the opposite. We're like, we don't want to go over there.
Yeah.
Like, look what Dan Hanger's posting on there, on the park, it's just stuff. And I'm like, that's Mr. D-Town talking smack about it. If you go through Superior now, it's revitalized.
And it's beautiful.
It's looking great.
We talk about all the time, like I said, when we talk with Bert, is you drive down Tower and you see the lights and just how nice it is to drive down that night and inviting. It's like, man, I wish we did more of that.
It's flat. How the hell is
flat is nice.
Fuck is a city flood on a hill? Sorry, man. I'm just like, I don't get this, but it happened.
It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
What is your where do you want to take the business to?
I don't know. If you ask me tomorrow, my goal has changed. We're a family business. I want to make sure that I'm taken care of, my family's taken care of, our people are taken care of, our culture, like our tribe, I should say. I don't know. I want to maybe retire in 5 years if I can. I'm starting to prepare for that. So where I want to go, maybe sell a brand off, like our Can of Chill beverages, sell that off. I have big inspirations or aspirations of selling that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I want to go. One day at a time, as long as the checks don't bounce, the lights stay on at home and that business, and I can keep putting into a pension until that happens, until the day I decide I don't know what I want to do with it. I mean,
sure.
If you ask me tomorrow, I have a different answer.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about you say other places sell your stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how far is that spread? Like, what is
nationwide?
That like?
We have accounts in California. We have accounts in New Jersey. That's funny you said New Jersey earlier. West Virginia, Florida. I mean, we have our products throughout the states, and then people order online throughout the states. It's funny.
That's cool.
Earlier this year, I got a call from some gal that's in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh, cool.
Now, I'm stupid, right? I felt bad. I'm like, oh, we don't. She's like, I'm in the Virgin Islands. Like, we don't ship international. She's like, no, we're part of you. I'm like, oh. What's your zip code?
It
pops up, whatever. Oh yeah. No wonder why the Islanders don't like us. It's like we forget about that, you know. But we're everywhere. We're in a lot of places.
That's awesome.
That is cool. We're not that you might notice offline, but is there a certain region that you see more consumption of your products in?
What do you mean?
Besides Superior.
Yeah, but like internet, like nationally wide.
I just think I don't know. We do a good job on marketing our website, right? All that. So when people go up, they look for a product, they price compare. What's unique about us is we manufacture our products, so we cut out the middle person, so our prices are pretty good. I don't know why, but maybe word of mouth is huge. Word of mouth is massive. So people are like, my neighbors bought your stuff and they met you at an event and whatever. So it's like all these different channels that come out. So it's interesting. But I always want to ask you, how the hell did you hear about us? How did you,
especially
Texas,
being so
Alaska?
Small.
It's like weird. It's like you feel like we're small here, but I mean, we're doing tens of thousands of transactions a year. So it's pretty cool to see that. We have distribution with our beverages. We have the whole Miller network in Wisconsin. That's Burnix, Frank's, Lee Bev, K out in Green Bay, CJW down. The whole Miller network in distribution has our products in their portfolio.
That's cool.
So, and that's interesting to me because it's like the beer drinking state. We've been out drinking your state since 1848 is carrying our shit. You know what I mean? So then we go into other states and talk to distributors and flex like that. Hey, we got Frank's, they're a machine in like the Milwaukee area. Really, Frank? I got to look at this, So it's kind of interesting.
So do they sell your products in bars too?
Yep, yeah. On premise, off premise. We probably have our products and our beverages in about over 4,000 locations. I don't even know them all.
That's what's up.
And what's humbling to me is when you go into a place, someone sends me a picture. I'm drinking your beverage, and I'm in Stevens Point. I'm like, what's the name of the bar? I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that was. They had it, so it's pretty interesting.
We need a keg of this. Talk about a kegger.
I have kegs. I have 6 barrels at my garage. I got a kegerator.
We die. You die doing something like that. That would be fun though.
Yeah, just like I always say, do what you can afford. If you can afford a lot of time, just do what you can afford, right?
Well, that's cool to kind of see in such a short time too.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, like you said, you started in 2018, and
it sounds like a short, but it just seems like it's been never ending.
Well,
know?
you're locked in it though. You're every day.
Yeah, my whole fridge in my closet says my name on it. You know, it sounds like nice to wear something that doesn't. You know, like just kind of nice to get away from it.
Yeah,
you know, it's nice to get away from it.
And then we bring them here and just only talk about that.
No, that's fine. You know? Hey, play weird games.
Well, let's talk about something else.
No, I don't care about that. But.
Well, I do. So you only got one. You got a daughter.
Yep, one daughter.
And
Grace.
that's it. That you know about.
Yep.
Yeah, we won't.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations is over, right? Yeah. No, daughter Grace.
Yeah.
She's in middle school in Superior.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend Vanessa. Her son Kyler. He's 15. Vanessa's younger than me. I'm 39. Turned 40 in February. Bought a house, beautiful home in Billings Park. Buy a big home, they said, right?
Yeah.
To do what?
Work.
Pay more taxes.
Yeah.
It's
too much.
It is.
And you spend a lot of time in a campground.
I go
You
camping.
RV a lot.
Yeah, this year was kind of slower, but I have a camper, bought a camper out in Iron River. I love it out there.
Yeah, I love Iron River.
It's just nice to go out there and just get weird.
Yeah. It's just,
You know, wake up like head pounding, like, what happened? You know, get away, escape reality and regret it. You know, but yeah,
do it again.
Bought a camper out there, overlooking a lake there. It's pretty nice. It's an expensive hobby. My family did it the whole life. My whole family's out there. So we have family drama during the week at the house, and then we have family drama at the camper.
So both your brothers are still here.
One's in Arizona.
Oh, that's right. Okay, one is in Arizona.
Yep, my older brother's still here. Yep, he's in the trades. So then we have bait stores too.
Okay.
So he runs the bait store part of it. When he's work whatever. So he does that. So
cool.
We have 2 south side bait stores, one in Iron River, one in Superior.
Has your daughter ever expressed, even though she's young, but interest in kind of doing this when she get older?
No, because she's that kind of a kid that whatever I say, it's the opposite. I don't know how to say. I think it'll come back around, you know. But she needs some cash. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. You know?
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't want her to do her own thing.
Yeah.
I want her to be a lawyer because we all need a lawyer in our
you
circle.
might need one if you keep this up.
Well, I need a lawyer and an accountant. If you're gonna date whoever you're gonna date, make sure they're good numbers because I want an accountant and a lawyer in the family.
Yep.
You know.
Have you thought about getting back into politics?
Thought about it.
I was just gonna ask that because you're like the pot stirrer.
Oh,
you got
I
a
love it.
huge.
He's the
social media.
superior me.
Yeah, and I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you what too. Every time you post something, you're like, yes, that makes sense.
Fucking love
Well,
it.
it's, you know what? Don't. I always use this term. Don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining.
Yeah.
And when they do, and I mean that in a way that they lie. Just don't lie.
Yeah.
You're a good person.
And people are smart.
Yeah. So, anyways, back into politics. What's unique is the districts I live in. They changed the county line or the city lines. So the 2 fellas that I'm on the board of are amazing. I'd never run against them. They're Herrick and Mark Johnson. They're amazing people. Mayor, I mean, whatever. I mean, I would. Is it worth it? You know, and then the city's got an ordinance where you can't get another paycheck from anywhere else, only the city. So I'd have to give up the CEO of this and then go in
Wait a
back for
minute.
less money. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That is wild.
it is.
So how much? It's not a full time job though,
It
is
is.
it?
Yeah, it's 100. At the end of this year, it'll be $100,000 plus bennies.
For city council?
No, I'm sorry, for mayor.
Oh,
I thought he meant city council.
No,
I said, I'm about to move.
That's
Let me
crazy.
get over there.
Yeah, you just need a couple hundred votes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
No, city council is like $7,000 a year.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I thought we were talking mayor. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, that's okay. We're
I mean,
talking
you
about.
gotta ask
I
Races.
spoke by breakfast.
You know what I mean?
guys,
Listen, you know?
So maybe after you retire, I think you would win. I'm sure everybody says that
Well,
to you, but
I don't know. Maybe one day, but I don't know. It's not worth it. No matter what you do, you piss off everybody.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I
actually
think
like
Roger-
that. I like that.
Yeah.
I just don't like the stuff they pull, the lies they pull.
Yeah.
I just whatever. And that might be in every city. You know.
It is. We had Roger on, and he's tired. Like
Yeah.
he's not talking about he's doing a great job or whatever, but he's tired because people. It's
You gotta have
spot.
thick skin. You gotta be able to take.
And he
those-
said it here. He said, I don't have thick skin. I remember him sitting there and I was thinking, whew.
I've lost hours of sleep over stupid decisions,
Yeah.
but I mean, whatever. But I'm when I was elected on city council, I was the one that would answer my call at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the stoplight is too long on Banks and Oaks, and they need to recalibrate. That's the stupid calls I would take when I should have just sent it to voicemail. You know, and put it in the algorithms, and maybe one day I'll look. But that's not a politician, or that's a politician doing that stuff. I knew everyone that voted for me pretty much. You know,
personable.
Yeah, I grew up with those. I probably hit everyone's car with a snowball, ding dong ditched on their doorknob, you know, the flaming bag of dog shit. I was probably the kid that did that. The Craig, you know. So more personal where I was from, but if I went citywide for a mayor, maybe one day.
Yeah.
But it's not in the wheelhouse. So I'd probably single if I did that.
Yeah. I think about it all the time. It's I say it all the time too. It's like everybody want change until it's time for change.
I know,
because what comes with it. And the crazy thing is, people actually, if you sit down one-on-one, this is why I love one-on-one conversations, you realize not many people are as different as they portray to be on a stage this big.
Right.
You know, people want to fit into something. So whether they fully agree with it or whatever, people want to be in the extremes for some reason. It's like, for what?
I don't like that.
I can't stand it. And it's like, just be who you are. You know, your morals and your character. I respect that than you trying to put on a show or act just for you to think maybe he'll like me more if I say this.
Yeah.
Nah, I really don't.
Be yourself.
That's it. It's simple, you know. And to get into politics, I mean, there was a time I was excited. Oh, I want to do this. And then you actually kind of go through the process. You're like, nah, I want to piss people off on my own terms, to be honest, you know, and then be able to go back to work and be fine. I ain't got time for
politics. Anyone could say anything they want about you. There's no slander or nothing, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, just dishing out cease and desist. All right, keep talking, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, somebody said people can make up lies about you on you know, when you're up on that stage. And
now you're a national story.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I'm trying to be private. I
Yeah.
ain't got time. I'm only naked once a year on Facebook, you know.
Not this year.
Yeah.
I know. I was tame. I'll never do that again. I'm not tame anymore.
He actually asked me. He's like, "Hey, will you come meet me? I got to take my birthday picture." And I was like, "Oh shit! All right." I was driving there the whole time. Like, what am I gonna get into? He was tame. He went to ask me if it was the other picture.
Yeah, nah. But the wild thing is, I got so much slack from everybody for
you're posting your photos.
Yeah, no, for not doing what I usually do every year.
You can get away with anything,
and that's true. And to be honest, and I said to myself, and to be honest, I'm very upset at myself because I folded, and I never fold.
You should go back. We can still do this.
Well, now, how was I turning next year? 34. I got something.
I never looked at that photo. I'm like,
which one?
I looked at it longer than I should have. You know, I'm like, how did you do it? Like, I did something like that. I posted a picture with my daughter. We went to father-daughter prom, and I'm holding like this fake, my buddy's AR. Like, stay away from my daughters. Yeah. I had every group in it. Oh, look at this! This guy supports guns. Yeah. I'm like, or gun. I'm like,
not mine. Whatever. People say, "Oh, we can't wait till next year," and I let them down.
You did.
Sorry, America.
You got to do it.
It'll never happen again.
Dude, we got a couple days before Christmas.
We do. Done. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Our Christmas picture's ready already. I got a banger coming out, so I'll be good for it. We'll be ready.
Who took your photo? Who took the original photo?
Which one? From this year?
No, the one from
the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was the wildest picture. We can't probably put it on the screen.
No, I ain't taking that picture.
If I wanted to able to,
he's like, not bad angle, bad angle. I gotta get on this side over here.
Joe's my
He's got all these cameras set up. Hold on.
So let me.
We're gonna get you on the motorcycle with that camera that goes around in a circle.
Oh, dude, that would have been. I would have been hilarious. Let me
I'll buy that thing, dude.
Let me tell you about that day. So that was my 30th birthday.
It's what, 20 years ago?
Jesus, 3.
Yeah.
But feel like a while. But I remember 6 a.m. I drove to Two Harbors. By 6:30 we had and that's a 30-minute drive. When I walked in the door, my buddy handed me a bottle of champagne and a half a gallon of orange juice. Pounded it. It was gone in 10 minutes. Then we had a handle of vodka, and obviously I'm not drinking all this by myself. Had a handle of vodka, finished it, and I was like, what am I going to do for my birthday picture? I looked outside. My buddy had a motorcycle. I said, I know what we're doing. They said, what? I said, get in the car. We need a private place. You know, or at least somewhere we can see the lake. They said, oh, we got a perfect place. They still don't know what I'm going to do. It's in my mind, ready to go. I knew he had a freaking hunting gun in the back. We freaking go to this little pull off. And
can we share this photo on this thing or no? Like a quick bam.
I wasn't there for this one.
No, he just
can we share it
on the thing.
Oh, not right now, but when you do the editing.
Just go to my Facebook, you'll find it.
This is separate.
Yeah.
Go to my Facebook, you'll find it. Passville, you'll find it. So we get there, and he's like, all right, what are you doing? He said, are you just going to sit on a bike? I was like, nah. I stripped down. There's nobody there yet. I'm thinking, oh, it's a good day. It's November. It was a 60-degree day. I didn't even think, fuck, everybody going to be outside. Nobody popped out until I'm naked on the motorcycle. Then all these people come out. Look, what's going on? People laughing. So I said, look,
that was a good photo.
It was great. Hand me the handle. I put the rifle on, sat on the motorcycle, gave my buddy's wife the camera. She freaking took the picture. It was one of the best days of my life. It was a great day.
When I seen that, I was like, oh, how? If you and I did that, it'd be like,
you're done.
Dude, he does it. Everyone's screaming, yelling, run for mayor.
He can get away. Dude.
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's like, dude, put some pants on and stay away from school. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, this man
and I
can
work
get
with
away.
kids.
No shit.
I work with kids. Like, and that is true. I do.
Is that how OnlyFans started? Your OnlyFans?
Damn there.
So when I bought a tanning salon, we bought a tanning salon. I wanted to call it Only Tans.
Dude, that would have been hilarious.
But everyone's like, nah, that wouldn't look. But because it would look.
Yeah, especially because they had that problem in Duluth where that guy was taking.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yes.
He was taking video of the girls in the tanning thing.
God.
He got arrested and all that.
What a piece of shit.
People fucking weird, dude.
Dude, I gotta take it. If whatever.
So you got a tanning salon. I think I've seen this online.
Superior Tan, yeah, right, like the old Video Vision.
Nice.
Actually, Video Vision, the old porn room.
Yes.
That's my office.
Really?
Yeah, don't do a black light test in that bad boy.
That was funny back in the day. Like every one of them places had the room with the curtain.
Oh, the curtain. Yep.
Kids always try to get in there.
Just going by taking mental images for your spank bank. Sorry.
I love your show.
And then Pornhub came out. Now everyone can do it for free.
For free.
It's like
1,000 pages.
curtains are now glued shut. I think it's glue, you know.
What a time. Oh my gosh. What else are you looking to expand into anything else? I mean, we are already with cannabis, we're tanning.
Bait stores.
Bait stores. All right, tell me more about them.
I love bait stores because it's tanning. Some people hate tanning because it's cancerous or whatever. That's why we're getting red light therapy. Cannabis, people are always on either edge of it. Bait stores, just skates around it.
Yeah.
There's no laws that interfere with it, you know, and it's fun creating our own brand. You know, we're doing that kind of stuff. And
Everybody loves bait stores.
yes, it's amazing. But now we're selling cannabis in our bait stores.
Oh, okay.
Infusing the bait with cannabis.
Yeah,
for the fish.
The sativas, man.
The fish are, I've noticed the fish have been so chill lately when you catch them.
Yeah, I don't care.
They don't fight anymore.
Yeah, you put your tent next to mine. I don't care. You know, it's fun, but it's a different. I think bait stores are probably where it's at. You know, where we're gonna stay. We're done. You know.
Yeah.
So.
You do a lot of live bait too.
Oh yeah, cool. We have a lot of live bait. We have bait tanks in there. We're running out of it all the time because it's so busy this time of year.
Dang, I do a lot of fly fishing. So I mostly I
don't fish at all.
That's going to ask. So you don't fish. No. Where'd the idea come on? Just
never get high on your own supply. I don't want to buy my own bait. You know what I mean?
So you don't buy your own Sutherland product? Then?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I taste test.
Yeah. It's different. It's a little different.
Yeah. You know, it's funny when we started manufacturing our own. We were taste testing, and after like 4 months, I'm like, I can't taste test. It works. Getting paid to do this, you know. And then my buddy's like, wait a minute, we don't have to put the THC in the gummy. We're just after the flavor. I'm like, oh yeah, why don't we think? No, we're eating pudding pretty much. You know, it's like why?
That's funny. Where is one of your bait stores at?
Hold on here. Allergies are bad. All right, let's start over. Where's our bait stores at?
Yeah, where's one? Yeah, I haven't been to one. So
South Superior, the old big gas station, the Jack's gas station.
Okay.
Right, South Superior.
Yeah, it's got 420 on the thing.
It did, yeah.
It did for a long time.
I got dinged by the state for that.
Oh, you did?
And then Iron River. Yeah. So I had 420 on there for the gas price. It said unleaded.
Yep.
And the guy from the state comes in. He's like, I got turned in by someone. I know who did it. He's one of the higher ups in city politics. Yeah. So, but anyways, he goes, it's misleading because you're not selling gas. The tanks have been ripped open by the building. I go, well, your unleaded and my unleaded are two different unleadeds.
Mm-hmm.
They
like, both gas.
Yeah. So he's like, no, you can't do that. So the next day or next week, he had a guy come by that take the sign up that said unleaded. No, it says scoop of minnows. And he's like, all right, no, I can accept that. I'm like, yeah, woof. Oh, prick. $800 later.
Like a fucking fun sucker.
The fun governor, comes in. Oh, you can't put up unleaded. Everyone thought it was funny,
Yeah.
And it's a draw, too.
Yeah, for the longest time, too, I think I was like 420.
420, yep.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's my fleet number.
And then it took me around. Okay.
That's the fleet number on my car is 420.
Okay.
Everything's 420. I love when people are like, what does 420 stand for? I'm like, GTS, and Google that shit. I don't know, you don't know what 420 is, man.
Yeah, then where have you been?
Yeah.
Like, or are you
in the
just
bar the whole life?
Yeah.
Hate life.
Okay, so anyways, Jack's,
and then Iron River. In Superior, I'm sorry, in Iron River on the corner. Yeah, on the corner of H and Highway 2, across from the gas station where there's a Subway out there, Family Dollar.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
This old Mr. T's bait store back in the day. It was a Raven Brewery. So they have a wall. One was a coffee shop. Whatever. We rent the whole thing. We took the wall down. So we have probably a 1,400 square foot area there. We just finished the expansion the other week. We ordered all of our fishing gear coming in from Eskimo. We have like half of a semi-load coming in for tents and augers.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
This is going to show my incompetence in Wisconsin, but is that where the Crowbar is out in Iron River?
Yep. It's like Brule.
Okay.
So if you keep going, it's like 15 minutes before Ashland.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought that was a cool name for a bar. Crowbar.
Yeah. That's a fun time.
There's some fun bars out that way, period. I mean, I party a lot in Poplar or Lake Bagman.
Oh man, there's a lot of bars like Wisconsin. There's so many bars, so many bars. It's like you graduate high school. It's like, do you want to go to college? You want to own a bar?
Pick one.
Yeah, mom, dad got one for you. Whatever one it is.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, it's the culture there. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it no more. But
well, my wife, she graduated from Superior. I think she graduated with your older brother.
Okay.
And she
what's her maiden name?
Doolittle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Holly Doolittle.
Doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle. Her dad was.
Does she have a sister?
Yes, Melissa and Jesse.
Okay.
Yeah, you might know Jesse. She's
teacher?
No.
Anyways, we can probably cut that out because you don't want to know your whole family.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
But anyways, she wrote down when she was in high school that her goal was to own a bar one day.
Oh,
that's
yeah. Just dish out. And then what I love about Wisconsin, I don't love it. I just think it's funny. Is the legislature a couple of years ago gave it the okay for the bar owners to give you a drink in a plastic cup to go, like one for the ditch. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, we want cannabis, and now we're like, but whatever.
I remember one of my first times drinking in Superior. I was with one of my buddies from Superior, and we were at, I don't even remember what bar it was, but he was like, "Oh, can I get a to-go cup?" I said, "What the fuck? A to-go cup?" He's like, "Yeah, we can."
Yeah,
I said, "No."
Yep, to-go.
Sure enough, with the lid on it, straw, refilled it. I said, "This is."
So you can do that in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
they did there.
Yep,
that's wild.
Yeah, you can drink with your kids in the bars.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a high life when I was at 13.
What a beautiful time.
Yeah. Times have changed, though, right?
Yeah.
I remember going back to the day, my mom would send me to the corner store with the permission slip to buy her a pack of Durrell smokes.
Oh, yeah.
The permission slip. And now, when it started looking weird, we started coming up with crayons because he knew I wrote it.
Yeah.
I need a pack of Benson and Hedges. Meet the boys.
Lucky Strikes.
Meet the boys in the bushes,
Yeah. That's funny. When we was young, my dad used to send us all we was young. He used to send us to the liquor store, and they used to, drink 40s and big Budweiser guys. Big Budweiser. So me and my
Your
brother,
family, big Budweiser?
Oh, yeah.
I call it Bud Heavy, Budweiser.
Yeah, me and my brother, we walking on the street, he holding a brown bag with a couple 40s, and I'm holding 2 cases of Budweiser. People beefing at us. You know, it's like we're like 8 or 9.
It's Mad Dog.
Oh my gosh, Mad Dog 20 was terrible. I don't know how people did it, but they.
I remember the Old English 400 or Old English 800.
Yep.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
And the Mickey Grenade. And the Mickey Grenades.
Yes, but now Old English 800. That's more of a local brew.
You know, I don't know. I got so pickled in high school. I don't know any of that knowledge, man. I mean, those were the days.
I think honestly, I think it was a Ficker's malt liquor. I could be wrong. Because did you ever have Old English out on the East Coast?
That's the green.
No,
gold.
Old E. No, that's not local, is it?
I think it is.
Old English, not the green can.
No.
No, that's Mickey's.
Yeah.
Look at this. We don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
Cannabis comes in.
We're gonna. We'll have to look this up.
Yeah.
I honestly, because I didn't think it was either, and then because I collect advertising signs, I saw like Old English, like Duluth, Minnesota. And I thought, it's crazy.
It's crazy our culture when it comes to drinking booze, right?
It's no joke.
Man,
No joke.
it's bizarre.
I tell people when I got second major up here at UMD, we had a kid in this like life and health class, and you had to set a goal at the beginning of the class that you had to get to halfway through the semester and then towards the end. And this kid, everybody stood up and said, "Oh, want to lose weight. They want to run a couple miles, whatever." This one kid stood up and said, "I just want to drink 5 days a week." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You drink 7 days a week?" He said, "Oh, yeah, every day." I said, "Where you from?" He said, "Over the bridge, Superior." And
I want to cut back with 20% for the first year.
Oh, it was crazy. And I remember I set a goal with him. I said, "Look, we only going to drink Thursdays and Fridays." And he's like, "Dude, I don't know." I said,
Dollar Beer Wednesdays, you can't miss those days.
Oh, it was tough. Oh, it was tough, dude. But we it took us a while to get there, but he finally did it. And even to this day, I still talk to him. He still lives in Superior, but he only drink 2 days a week now. And that's why, like, I usually only drink Thursdays and Fridays. But I was like, man, 7 days is brutal.
I go in waves. I'll take a couple weeks off, and I'll go 3 days hard. You know what I mean? It's like, but not hard, but like more than I should, right?
Yeah.
But I remember myself like, "Why are you going out partying?" I'm celebrating. I don't know what I'm celebrating. There's a good accomplishment done.
See, I quit drinking dang near 20 years
Good
ago.
for you.
Because I couldn't. I had to. Like, if I drank, I had to drink hard.
Right.
I just couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no shut up. Or, I'm at a point where I would like to quit. Do I need to? No. Should I? Probably, yeah. Like, I'm at a point like with MS where one good stumble, I could, who am I going to call when the phone's 5 feet away, So, I don't know.
Does drinking kind of mess with?
Yeah, it makes it's an antagonizer. Everything gets out of hand. Like it's just weird. The functions. It's like, all right, come on, that leg is getting weird. Or obviously driving. I don't drive obviously with it, but with drinking. But it's not a good thing when I mix it. Even I was back in the day when I was a tobacco user, I'd puff a cigarette here and there when I was drinking. That was the only time I ever did it, and that was the worst. Even chewing sometimes when I would chew. Just something with nicotine with it, and I'm like, But I should just quit drinking. I mean, at the end of the day,
just drink
it's nice. I don't care who you are in life, you got to get numb a little bit, just a little bit, whatever it is, right? Whether it's aspirin, whether it's a sleeping pill, or it's a gummy, a THC beverage, or a beer. Some people take it to extremes, and we all got to get. Maybe you don't have to get numb, but you need something to help you alleviate pain or stress. Or something. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Whether, like I said, whether it's aspirin, your caffeine, or whatever it is,
Rock stars, 30 a day.
I'm a monster guy.
We're gonna get sponsored now.
Well, I hope so.
better blur it out, right?
Do you have to blur it out? I wonder.
No.
You won't
ask for forgiveness.
No. So I've read about this.
Yep.
And I've read about why do some shows blur it out or not? Because they want to force
them to show it.
Yeah, they want to force some of these brands to say, "Oh, if you show it, then I'll give you a sponsorship."
Yeah,
you don't have to. You can show whatever you want on camera.
Well, we would like a sponsorship. Yeah, we need it.
Rockstar.
Yep.
Hit us up.
If you know anyone from Rockstar, holler.
I drink it every day.
Or chill, whatever.
Yeah.
Just throwing brands out.
Canna chill.
Sutherland. I mean, there's things we know.
Yeah, we can toss in some things. We can endorse some radio shows for you here.
Love it.
Your question we always ask as we start to wrap up. If you could go back, and this would be interesting to hear from you as well with this. If you can go back and say something to your younger self, what would it be?
Ooh, this is one I get goosebumps when you ask that. It's one that strikes me every day. I wake up and I check this app on my phone, and it's my pension. I wish I would have started earlier. I always had an uncle that said, put $1 a day away, and I'm whatever. Put it into a keg cup or whatever, Now I'm like, wow. Because what's funny, or not funny, that's a bad word to say. What's weird is everyone thinks half of life is 50. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The average human lives to, let's just say 76 for easy numbers, whether it's male or female, maybe 74. So let's call it 37, 38 years old. It's halfway. You're a halfway line.
Down there.
And people think 50 is that threshold. No, it's not. So prepare for your future, your retirement at an early age. And I wish schools would pound that into you. I don't understand the market by any means, but I know that there's a compounding interest that I just love the compounding interest calculator. So that's why I would invest younger into myself when I was 18, 19, or even younger would have been my that's what I would have told myself back then. Put $20 away every chance you can. But
That's a good one.
that's me. What about you?
Mine? Ooh, somebody asked me this one yet. I hear people say all the time, like, if I could go back, I would tell myself this, or, change this. And to be honest, I don't know if I had the opportunity to say something to myself, I don't know if I would.
Right.
And purely because...
Was that the question? What would I say to myself?
Yeah.
Oh, not what I would have done?
Same thing.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I love the answer because it's very different than what most people say.
Yeah.
Some people will say, "Oh, don't give up."
The cliches.
Yeah.
It's like,
or don't be afraid to make a change.
Yeah.
We hear that one all the time, and that's good advice.
It is nothing wrong with it. And for me, the biggest thing is, and as I go through life, I realize that I needed every single thing that's ever happened.
Right.
No matter if it seemed minuscule or not, I've needed it. Because it's always led into something else, and then ultimately a lesson that I'm using right now with a lot of the youth I'm working with, or just for myself.
Right.
If I could go back and do something different, probably the same. I don't know specifically what it would be. I would love to say what you said. I'm not thinking about. Nope. No young person is thinking about after 21.
No.
You just think about, I want to make it 18 to graduate, 21 so I can party. Don't give a fuck about nothing else. And then you got the dream of, I want to get rich. Everybody want to get fucking rich. Is it...
Or be successful.
Whatever. Yeah,
But success has got a definition that
for sure.
That we all define.
Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Because if you ask me, I feel like I am very successful in just my career and being happy. I'm not...
Rich. Being rich isn't, to me, isn't about money.
Oh, not at all. I think it's about happiness and doing what you love. Like, even that might sound cliche, but I'm telling you, we talk to a lot of people that say, you wake up, you work a 9 to 5, you go home, and you do this for 40 years.
You're a robot.
That's it. But I'll tell you right now, and most people hate their careers. All you do is prepare for a career that you're going to hate for the rest of your life. Most people. Yeah. It's a lot of people. And I really feel like I am doing something. And one thing I always said to myself, I'm never going to get myself in a career or a job that I'm a dread going to. Not happening. Because, one, I love myself too much, and I need to be happy. Or I'm going to make sure everybody else is fucking miserable. So I need to be happy. I know me.
I couldn't work for no one else anymore.
Not happening. Never going to happen again.
What would you do? What would you say?
Nothing. I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
I tell this to my kids all the time, like, what, because they'd be like, well, what would you do differently? And I think once you have kids...
Not have kids?
Get rid of your ass.
Like specifically, you're like, man, if I did anything different, would they be here? You know what I mean? So you kind of feel like, I don't think I would do anything. Now, post them being here, maybe I would have been more engaged with their education and like held them more accountable. But to me, I hated school so much that when they were in, I'm like, their teachers will figure it out. But you really can't do that as a parent. Like, if I could do anything different, I'd go back when they were young and really instill a different work ethic in their brains.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I would, like I said, obviously do that, but... and I want to retire young. That's my goal. Whatever young is, I shouldn't say young, because like I said, the average life is 70 something. young, maybe mid 40s, late 40s.
You're 70% right now.
I know. My battery's I'm sure I got it plugged in and it just keeps coming down. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, you're washed up, you know?
You're finished.
I go with the guys. This is funny. I was with the guys. We went and had some beers a while ago. And one of the college soccer guys came in. And I bought him a beer. My buddy said, why did you do that? Because when shit hits the fan, they're going to have to do the exercise for me because I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're getting old, man. We're washed up.
Yeah.
We're washed up.
You know, life is interesting, but it is just beautiful. It's a
4-letter word.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is, a 4-letter word, and I love it. Fucking love it. Even the crazy times. It's a story. It's a story to tell.
Oh man, I love stories.
Man,
I got some shit that'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on our second one.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, thanks for being on with us, dude. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's fun. You know?
I've been dodging a little bit, getting busy, but I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, listen.
I'm glad I'm here.
We get this.
I've always wanted to do this too.
Yeah.
You know, I had a podcast set up before. I did my own thing, cannabinoid culture. Just got too busy.
Yeah.
And I love seeing this. This is pretty cool. This is pretty awesome.
And I tell you, as you get closer, because I think that would be dope. As you get closer to, getting to a point where you want to retire, maybe it's something you do to keep you busy.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I would maybe be your guy and the coach and just talk shit.
Yeah, right. Just in the corner, just stuck. We got you. With a chill.
Just something. Just horrible back there and mumbling shit. Craig's on edibles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind him, y'all. Well, like always, like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for joining us again. And we'll see you next time.